Hi, Darren from tradewith60.com. This is a video for Peter. He's asked me to do a recap of my current trades, and I'll just kind of explain how I'm trading at the moment. Really just trading the very basic system. Okay, so I'm using the color change bars, and so on the pound yen last week, my first trade was short here, was stop over the high, and then I was hedged. Then what happened? Then we came down and we just tapped out my long, and then I took another long here, so I'm hedged again, and then price broke down, and at this point I hit my weekly target over my basket of trades, basket of instruments that I'm trading. Management wise, what I'm doing at the moment, I'm using the coloured bars. Okay, so I went short here. When I'm in a short, I'm only going to manage when I get a bullish close. Okay, so if when the bullish close comes, there's no profit, then I'm just taking a hedge and letting the hedge play out. And if there's a decent sized profit, then I'm taking profit in a stop and reverse manner. What I'm doing is, I'm, rather than setting a weekly target for each instrument, I'm looking at them as a basket. So last week I was trading the pound yen, gold and the euro yen, and I'm sticking to this color change management. But if at any point we get a close and the net of the three pairs instruments is over 200 for the week, then I can just close out all the trades and stop there. What I like about this is it gives me some flexibility. So if one of my instruments runs away to a big winner, I can close out for the week and then say move my other pairs to break even and leave them running, which gives me that possibility of getting over my target, which I like. I always like to have that option in there, rather than setting a TP at plus 200 and closing out everything as soon as we hit that point. Pound yen was only actually break even last week because my short here was plus 240 and I had two losses on the longs. And gold was a similar scenario where my first trade was a long breakout here, so then I was looking for a short and I was hedged here. My long stopped out and then I took a new long here. Then my short stopped out, and at this close down, this was my opportunity to manage. I just set a pending short and it didn't trigger, so I was still in the long. And then in the morning I set this short, so I'm hedged again, and then price broke out, and at this point I was over my weekly target for my basket and closed out all my trades. Sorry about the noise. Next door are doing what is it with the UK and people renovating their houses? They spend £1 million on a house and then spend the next 2 years renovating it before moving on and repeating the process somewhere else. Logic, to me, the logic of the whole house buying thing is buy a house that you like, then you don't have to do any renovations. Whereas it seems to be the logic in the UK is buy a house you like, then completely change it, live in a work site for 3 years, and then move somewhere else and do it all again. It's madness, don't get it. I bought a house in Spain about 7 years ago, and I put new windows in it, and that's it. And the reason is because I picked a house that I liked when I bought it. I didn't need to enter into some bizarre renovation cycle. Anyway, bit of a rant now, but I've had an angle grinder going all day and it's doing my head in. So yeah, that's it. I mean, basically, I'm trading the high and the low of the week on the H4, okay, and then I'm waiting for that hedge to occur and break out. If I'm lucky that my first trade just goes to as a runner, then I'm waiting for a close against to manage. When I get the close against, I'm either moving to break even, setting up a pending for a hedge, or just taking profit and then starting the process again. So gold was a small winner, and on the euro yen last week, my first trade I took on the euro yen was the short here, and then I had a long here, so I was in a hedge. Either of these closes up here from my short, I had an opportunity to manage. It was only a small win, so I decided to hold. And in the euro yen, I did add a reverse trade here. I took a reverse trade here. If my hedge has got a bit of profit in, I'm much more likely to take reverse trades. If the hedge is negative in a consolidation, I tend not to add in there until we break out of the hedge. So I just use a bit of discretion on this, and I picked right last week because then the yen broke down and I had two positions short, my long stopping out. And I think at this close here was where on Thursday where I closed out for the week because I was well over my target. The reverse trades, the inside trades, I tend to manage more aggressively, either moving to break even or trailing, or just forcing an exit if there's a decent win. So, keeping it really simple on H4, really the only difference is thinking about the weekly target as a net for a basket of instruments rather than a weekly target for each instrument. I find that, I haven't found, but in testing that gives you a nice bit of flexibility, and with two or three pairs, you've got a chance that one will just take off to a runner and hit your weekly target, and then it gives you the opportunity of managing the other trades more aggressively and exceeding your target. So that's it for now. I'm going to go and kill that guy with the angle grinder next door because he's driving me mad today. Hopefully you can still hear the video. Obviously no trading this week because of the referendum. Seemed like a sensible option just to sit out and then continue next week. Any comments, leave them below, and I will speak to you all soon.